this is Elaine with Elaine's Creations, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this fun snail slider card with the Snailed It bundle. So this fun little snail card, the snail comes and delivers his little mail and it says, "You've got mail." Isn't that cute? So here's the Snailed It bundle. Super cute, the snails, and then dies that cut out the snails and the mushrooms and the word bubble and everything else. Plus there's an envelope and a letter and a big postage stamp and some mushrooms. There's also designer series paper that's part of the suite, and the dies cut out some of the images from the designer series paper, like the snails, and then the word bubble cuts out some of the word bubbles. And then this large snail right here cuts out the large snail right here. Really fun paper. And then we also have resin hearts that are part of the suite. So to start, I have a piece of cardstock cut in half. So this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then I have a piece of the Snail Mail Designer Series paper. This is 4 1/4 by 3. Then I have, let's scoot this all over so I can grab. This is 5 1/4 by 3, and then I used the In the Woods dies to cut the slope. I needed the slope. Then I have a piece of thick basic white, and this is not quite 5 1/4, so this is shorter, so this is I think 5, yeah, 5. Oh, okay, sorry, this is 5.5, so I made it go all the way to the edge of the card. So this is 5 1/4, so it's shorter. And I've used the classic label punch to punch this slot. And this is how the snail is going to slide for us. And I punched the classic label twice. I also have a piece of basic white thick that's 1/2 inch by 5/4, and a piece of Blushing Bride that's also 1/2 inch by 5/4. I'm going to layer them on top of each other so my pull tab is nice and sturdy. It's going to be my pull tab. I've stamped, colored, and cut out my snails. So I've got my snails. And I've also cut out my mushrooms. Got some self-adhesive on the small mushrooms. So they're ready to go. All right, so now I'm gonna show you how to put together the card. So I'm gonna start by adhering down the designer series paper. And then now I'm going to use this piece right here. So this is the piece that's going to be the mechanics of the card. So I'm going to adhere this piece right here to the basic white. Make sure that's lined up. That's not quite lined up. Maybe I should trim it. I think that'll be good enough. And then I'm going to stamp it. So I'm just going to pull this to see about where I have stamped it. And I'm going to use the snail right here. And I'm just going to color in Bermuda Bay the top. You've got mail. Markers are great for just coloring the part of the stamp that you want to stamp. So I'm going to stamp that about right there. You've got mail. Okay, so that's ready to go. So now I want to place this underneath here, and I want to create a track for this to slide on. And I can do this one of two ways. I can put foam strips on here, but I haven't left myself much room on either side. Foam strips are gonna take up a lot of room because I need to be able to place this in here. But there is enough room for foam strips if I wanted to do foam strips. But if I do foam strips, I also have to bear in mind that I'm also going to be adding dimensionals to this layer as well. So I'm going to have 2 layers of dimensionals. So it's going to be higher up. And on this card, I decided I only wanted 1 layer of dimensionals. I didn't want 2. So I decided instead, so this is one option. You can do this option if you want to. But I decided instead that I wanted to use this thin red liner tape. So if you have this tape, you can use this tape. Or you could use the foam strip. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to place this red liner tape on either side. Right here. All the way down. You can find this tape at your local craft store. And then I'm going to put some at the end so that my slider doesn't go sliding out the other end. And this is going to be tight because it's not going to have the room of the foam that the foam is going to give it, but it will still work. I just didn't want the additional height. So I'm going to place this down here. Just line that up down there. And then I'm going to tuck this in here. It's going to be stiff. That's why I wanted 2 of these card pieces, because it's going to be pretty stiff here. And you're going to push that all the way down to about there so that you have a little bit to grab there. Okay, so now we are going to add a dimensional. So we need a dimensional. Just going to place it right in the groove there. And I'm just going to bunch it away from the edges a little bit. And we're going to need a window sheet. This is a 1/2 inch by 3 inches. We're probably not going to need it that tall. We're probably going to trim it, but you can just start with 3 inches for now. But that should be good. And we're just going to attach that. And that's what our snail is going to travel on. It's going to travel on this window sheet, so you're not going to be able to see what it's traveling on. And then this sheet is going to hide all of our mechanics in there. But we have to be careful where we place our dimensionals. Uh-oh, it's showing. I'm going to have to, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to place this up higher and then trim off the bottom. I guess that's what I'm going to have to do. So you can't place any dimensionals that are gonna block the way here. So you can only place dimensionals in the corners. So we're gonna do some dimensionals in each corner. Or just one over here, I guess. That's it. You can probably do one up here. Probably up here would be fine. Nope, that would block. Never mind. You could do it down below. Nah, we won't worry about it. This should be fine. All right, so gotta make sure I cover that up. That's a whoopsie. Oops. Gotta make it a little bit higher. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna have to trim off the bottom there, but I have it done. So now I'm gonna add this snail over here on a dimensional right there. And I can add my mushrooms. So this one, I don't know why I didn't put adhesive under it. An adhesive strip, I should have. Whoa! Holy cow. Okay, so I have a ton of glue on here, way too much glue. I'm gonna have to get a paper towel and wipe off some glue. There's just way much, too much glue, too much glue. Way more glue than is needed. Let's see if I have a scrap piece of cardstock and I can just like scrape it off. There we go. Okay, so mushrooms. So big mushroom here. And then I did put adhesive on the back of these. I ran them through with the self-adhesive, which is smart to do when you're dealing with small detailed pieces like these. So some little mushrooms. And then I'm gonna measure this guy. We want him to kind of stay even here, even Steven, so we're gonna put him about there probably. So he can come skim the top of the mushroom and deliver the letter. So he's probably gonna go about there. So I'm gonna put a mini dimensional at the very top here, maybe two mini dimensionals right next to each other. The very top here. And and put them right there. So he's hanging, and then I'm gonna go back in here and trim off the top of the window sheet. Go like this so I can see. And there we have our snail slider card. And it's a little bit stiff, but the more you work it, the more the snail will, woo, right into the eyeball. So don't pull your snail too far. There you go, snail delivering the mail. So kind of stiff, but still works. So that's our snail slider card. Yay! So I'm offering a Snailed It class. So the more you work it, the easier it gets. This one's been worked, so it's easier now. And it consists of 6 supplies for 6 cards, these 3 designs, 2 of each. And when you purchase the Snailed It bundle, you can receive this card kit for free when you use the April hostess code. Just email me at elaine@elainescreations.net and let me know that you would like the Snailed It card kit. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my other Snailed It video tutorials. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.